Hello, hello, hello. It's Saturday, right? Oh, mercy, mercy, mercy. I hope everybody's doing well out there. This is the Psychic Pick and Play. I am Dallisa Hawking, a fifth generation psychic medium, and I am going to be doing readings for 12 people today. I'm going to be showing you the order in which we're going to be going into. If you wish that you were on this stream today getting a reading, then make sure that you are on our email list, okay? Our email list is where you're going to get the invitations, and I'll go ahead and put our website address at the bottom. Spiritandspark.com is where you can opt in and get on our email list. That way you get invited to all the fun stuff. So today I'm going to be doing these 12 mini readings with card pulls that I'll be doing for the 12 people that signed up for today. So sit back, relax, enjoy. Maybe you just like watching a psychic do readings for people. And if that's why you're joining me today, that sounds great to me. Next Saturday, the 18th, is my new moon gathering. It's great for initiating new things in your life, and make sure you're on our email list so you get that invitation. I'll be doing an astrology and tarot forecast for the collective during that show. And then I'll also guide us through a energy clearing and healing and activation that is aligned with the astrological new moon energy. So what does that even mean, right? If you like astrology, if you like psychics, if you like cards, if you like energy healing, it's all of it. And we get together and do it on Zoom. There are over 260 people that are already signed up for that gathering on Saturday. So make sure you're checking your emails, and I hope to be able to see you next Saturday for the new moon gathering. Okay. So let's go ahead, and if you are watching live or a replay and you want to comment on the video, you certainly can. Let me go ahead and show you the order in which we are going to do our show today. And if you are one of these people that are part of our readings today, you'll get an email from me afterwards to let you know that your replay is ready. So it's fun, right? We're having fun today. So Maria, Barbarella, Mike, Marie. So there's a Maria and there's Marie. Dawn, Jennifer, Irene, Nikki, Ellen, Vivian, Lori, and DeSantis. So it'll be fun. Yeah, so join the email list to have access to the gatherings. Okay. Spark Plug members, that's my private exclusive inner circle community. Thank you to all my members. I appreciate your support, your patronage. You get first grab at any of the things that I do through live stream. So if you are considering becoming a Spark Plug member, please do that. Spiritandspark.com is where you find that information. There's a monthly or a discounted annual option available for your membership. So the way that this is going to flow, in case this is the first time you are catching this, some people just wanted a general message, and a few people wanted me to look at a question about their life. So just know that there's going to be a slightly different take on the energy when I get to a specific individual. All right. And I will be picking out of my bucket over here a card envelope when I get to each person. I will intuitively pick that and see what cards are revealed. And then afterwards, I will either email or physically mail the cards to the people that are participating. I already mentioned the new moon astrology, tarot energy gathering next Saturday, February 18th. It's actually just a love donation, and I have it set where you just have to make a $1 donation to join or to enjoy the recording afterwards. So just watch your email for that. And if you haven't clicked the subscribe button on this YouTube channel, please do that and hit the bell so you don't miss any notifications from this channel. I just did recently a Valentine's forecast video with Scott Tahiri. Now listen, he's one of my favorite astrologers ever. And we talked all about astrology of Valentine's Day and how Valentine's Day came to be. It's such a good episode. So if you haven't watched it, it's worth catching after you watch this video. So it's our Valentine's Day episode. So check that out. because Valentine's Day is just around the corner, everybody. Okay, let's go ahead and dive in here. Maria C is up first and wants a general message. So let's see what cards you get. Whew. And I'm going to write your name. All right. When in doubt, I choose to see peace. When in doubt, I choose to see peace. I am totally in charge of my life right now. I'm totally in charge of my life right now. On the back, it says, the moment I say positive affirmations, I step out of the victim role. I am no longer helpless. I acknowledge my own power. Ooh, I like that. And then you got acting as if. So it says, today I will try acting as if, as a positive form of pretending. This is a good way to get past part of a problem or overcome fears and doubts. I will act as if the situation is already resolved and get on with my life. So Maria, I think it's pretty clear with these cards that the universe is asking you to see what's going right instead of what's going wrong, and to act as if you're moving forward regardless of what's happening. There's always a time in our lives where things are not going to go, according to every little plan that we have in place. And so, Maria, whatever you're faced with, whatever choices you're trying to make, whatever conversations you need to have, I would say to you, do it from a place of empowerment, of confidence. It's not going to be perfect. I talk to clients all the time that they want it, a project or, a business venture. They want it to be a certain way, or they want it to yield a certain result. And what I'm feeling called to tell you, Maria, is sometimes the universe tries to deliver so much more abundance, so much more love, happiness, connections than we ask for. They're trying to deliver it. But often when we get into a frame of stress, worry, can I do it? I don't know how all the pieces are going to come together. Then if we're too stuck in that vibration of like trying to figure it all out, we actually set up roadblocks between what we want ultimately and what the universe is trying to over deliver to us. So what I'm saying is relax, like get out of the way. Set your intention, get clear on what it is that you want, but let the universe deliver. Let the universe deliver. You're not going to figure everything. It's never going to go 100% how you think it's going to go. It's a part of the human experience. So the sooner Maria and everyone listening can set the intention and get the heck out of the way, the better off we will all be. And the more abundance you'll actually experience. Yeah. So, Maria, I trust that those are helpful. I will get these cards off to you. I am totally in charge of my life. I would agree. But it's also about knowing that you are acknowledging your own power. Okay? Maria, you're here. Hello, Maria. Did it make sense, Maria? Did you hear all of that? It's like, stop playing it small. Stop getting in your own way with all of the things that could go wrong. Instead, why don't you come up with a list, like brainstorm a list of like all of the things that could go right? Amazing. How amazing would that be? Thank you. Thanks, Maria. I appreciate it. Oh, and everybody that had cards from the first gathering that we did, I don't know, like 3 weeks ago, you should be getting those any day now. The ice storm in Texas really was not our friend when it came to getting stamps and mailing things. So anyway, you should all be receiving those cards in the mail any day now. Okay. Maria, you're invited to stick around and listen. What I found with these readings is whoever's meant like on this list today, whoever's on this list, like you're meant to hear things that come out today. And whoever's watching, I feel like you found this video for a reason, or you felt called to watch it for a reason. So how can you take what I'm channeling as a psychic medium for these 12 people and actually hear it through the lens and perspective of your own life? So I invite you just to have a very open mind and open heart. Oh, good, Maria. I'm glad your cards made it. Glad they made it. Okay, Barbarella, you are up next, my dear. So let me pick cards. Okay, so Barbarella has a question about the future person that she's going to meet. This may have come up in the last pick and play that we did, a relationship. It's like, what is he going to teach me? Like, what are the lessons that this romantic relationship is going to bring into my life? What will I learn through him, with him? So here's what I feel about this question. It's a good question, Barbarella. I feel like I want to describe some of the things that this energy of this romantic relationship that's entering your life, like what this person feels like, and maybe some hobbies or what they embody. So let me go ahead and open your cards and okay, make sure I get this envelope in the mail to you. Sometimes no is the most loving response, Barbarella. Sometimes no. This is the card about boundaries, knowing when to say yes and knowing when to say no. And then we'll get to your question about the person in a second. Sometimes no is the most loving response, loving to you. Boundaries don't only help you, they help everyone else too. I know that might sound strange to say, but knowing who you are and what you want sets the tone for all of the relationships around you. It is actually a very loving thing to have boundaries. Do it kindly, like do it in a way that is graceful and in a thorough communicative way. But Barbarella, you're being asked to revisit your boundaries. And like, who are you saying no to? Like, in other words, who are you saying yes to that you know you should probably be saying no to? Take time for meditation and prayer is your other card. Today I will take a moment for meditation and prayer. I know that I am a creation of God and he loves me. God, through meditation and prayer, I have faith that I will hear you when you talk to me, and you will listen when I talk to you. I love that. So Barbarella, I would say, especially with this card, that I hope you are meditating regularly. I personally love the Insight Timer app. It's free. There's so many meditations on there. But Barbarella, your third card is surrender to non-action. So you are meant to be still, go within, do your own healing, your own meditations, talk to the universe, right? It says now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. The last sentence says, Barbarella, let others come to you. Okay. So I love that's the last card because going back to your question about your person, energy is going to match and create a magnet pulling in how you align with your energy yourself. So what I mean by that, similar to what I just told Maria, if you are, and I'm not saying this is what you're doing, Barbarella, I'm just going to use it as an example, but if you're at home and you're like, where is he? When am I going to meet him? What's he like? You know, like worrying, stressing, thinking, overthinking about it, or maybe feeling a bit like your energy is getting maybe a bit aggressive about it. What I'm hearing to tell you is I want you to go into receptive mode. I want you, Barbarella, to receive this person, not go overly out there trying to like find it and bring it into you. So I think a good way of bringing this energy to you is to go into meditation. I would do like guided meditations for love, guided meditations for like romantic partnerships, Insight Timer, you can go on there and like type in any kind of keywords. I would do that and come from a place of confidence and inner knowing that the universe is sending you your person and you don't have to worry about it. So if you're lacking any confidence that your person is on the way, I want you to go into your heart and into the meditative state and even journaling, about where you feel like you might have any kind of hesitations or doubts that the universe is sending your person to you. Because that's the walls that go up that kind of block the energy from being magnetized in. Okay. So your person, what you'll learn, I feel like you'll learn to receive based on what I'm just channeling and what these cards are. I feel like you'll learn to receive rather than feel like you have to give and give and give and give. It's like you're worthy of being loved. I feel like this person will teach you your own sense of worth in a deeper way. But I also feel like in terms of just something that you'll enjoy together, I keep feeling like cultural arts, performing arts, like there's something that you guys will have in common in regards to like going to the theater, going to the orchestra. Like I get a lot of symbolism for him around the arts. So even like participating in any kind of community arts, soirees, fundraisers, happy hours, like that kind of thing, I would suggest it. Put yourself in the path of what you want to bring in. Just don't block it by like going into a room and like trying to see what, like just allow it. Come from that place of confidence that the universe is sending you your person. Okay? Barbarella, I hope and trust that that was helpful. Oh, yay, Maria. Thanks for typing that in. Perfect. Okay. Let's see here. Next up, we have Mike. Mike wants a general message. Mike, if you happen to be here and you want to drop a comment in the chat, let me know. Otherwise, you'll be getting this replay. Mike. What does Mike need to hear? Mike. So I do this thing with my brother because he does his own live show. I think I may have mentioned that. He doesn't pull cards. But he says, what does he say? Long-time listener, first-time caller. So Mike, I don't know if you're a long-time listener, first-time caller, but my brother, I mean, growing up with me and my brother, we would listen to Dallisa. I don't know if anyone knows her radio show. She's like syndicated now, I think, all over the country or the world, but Dallisa. And so it's this joke between he and I. So I pop on his on his streams and make fun of him because I'm his sister. I mean, So Mike, I just pulled cards for you. I will be sending you a picture of your cards, Mike. Okay, Mike, what'd you get? So maybe Mike is a long-time listener, first-time caller. I choose to reinterpret my fears with a more loving perspective. I choose to reinterpret my fears with a more loving perspective. That's looking at your fears and going, all right, what's the story I've been telling myself? And what do I really want moving forward? I got to mention this. Perfect for Mike and anybody listening. There is like some astrological stuff going on in the sky with Mercury and Pluto and Capricorn, and Mercury saying goodbye. And there's all kinds of things, planets moving forward, like they're starting to move forward, like things are going forward. But there's this really magical thing happening right now where your words are really, really manifesting your life. So for Mike, like when I read this card, it's like reframing the story about what you're afraid of so that it's something that you actually want to believe and have in your life. Like I mentioned in the last pick and play stream, what you are thinking is the magnet for what the universe is going to send to you. It's like ordering a pair of shoes on Amazon. So if the story is, oh, well, I don't want to start that business because what if I fail? I think I'm just going to play it small, because then people won't judge me for failing. And then maybe one day you wake up and you muster up enough confidence and you're like, okay, I'm going to start my business, but I don't know, it probably won't make enough money for me to live off of. Reframe your fears. You get to be right. If your story is like, oh, I'm going to start a business, but I don't really know. Like, are people going to, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if I'm good enough, though. I mean, you get to be right. So, Mike, I want you to figure out what you're afraid of and reframe it into something more positive. Ah, your other card. These are Moonology cards. I love these since I'm studying astrology. Work through your fears, Mike. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Ooh, I like that. New moons, like the new moon gathering I'm doing next Saturday, are great for initiating new beginnings. And Scorpio is known for transformation. Like Scorpio energy is like death, rebirth, like not afraid of it, not afraid to look fear in the face and be like, tried to knock me down? Nope. I'm going to go ahead and retell this story and get back on the right track. So working through your fears. And your last card, Mike, is surrender defensiveness. Put your weapons down. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out. Then offer a clear, non-defensive response. So here's what I'm going to say to you, Mike, about this. In case you are not a long-time listener, first-time caller, I will say to you, because it's probably worth repeating, if you feel defensive or your fear is speaking for you, or you feel these emotions coming up, you are feeling all of these things that are asking to actually, at the very, very, very root of it, to be healed. So if somebody does something to you and you're like, I'm going to fight, whatever fighting means to you, like, right? Like, I'm going to say something back to them. That's speaking from the wound. That is a part of you that's speaking, that is trying to heal deep in there. So you're being asked to own all of the parts of yourself, Mike, and to center and to go within your heart and heal all the parts that are asking to be healed, and walk into your life here in this moment moving forward with more confidence and belief in yourself. I think you can do that, Mike. Work through your fears. Work through your fears. I choose to reinterpret my fears with a more loving perspective, from a more, loving perspective. I love that. So, Mike, I trust that those are helpful. I will send you pictures of those after I get done today. So you'll have those. You can even print them or put them as a screensaver on your computer or your phone. It's always a fun way to remember the message. Okay. Marie R. Marie's got a question today. I love that. Marie R, and if you're here, drop a comment. Hi, Ellen. Welcome. We haven't gotten to you yet, Ellen. You're still good. In case you're just jumping in. So Marie R, if you're here, drop a comment and let me know. Just say hello. Marie's question is, she's retiring this year. Congratulations. Should I move or stay in my current home? Ooh, I like that. So let's pick some cards for Marie. Let's see here. Beautiful. All right, what'd you get, Marie? We'll do your cards and then I'll answer your question. My eyes will see what I desire. My eyes will see what I desire. So in other words, what you are setting as your intentions, what you wish to come true, you get to be right. And so you'll notice those things happening. And when you see something great happening in your life, say thank you. Like, oh, thanks. Like, say thanks to the universe. On the flip side of that, if you believe a story, let's say you believe that people are mean, just for an example, then I bet you will start to see people being mean or more people being mean. Our deep energy crevices like to be right. So if your story is people are mean, you will see all the mean people over and over, day to day. But if you switch it and you tell yourself the new story of, wow, there are people out there that are going through a lot of pain. I'm just going to send positivity their way when I come across them, because you're not going to be able to control or change anyone. But now your story is, wow, some people have it really tough, and I'm not going to judge them. I'm not going to judge them for what they're going through. Okay. So a book that might be good for you that's coming in, Marie R., is The 4 Agreements, if you haven't read it. It's just coming in your energy field. Marie R., you also got A Fiery Climax Approaches. Full moon in Aries. So full moons for me, oh man, there are a lot of things like coming, purging, things, coming to light. So Aries energy, like, you always kind of feel Aries energy coming into a room. It might not always be somebody's sun sign. It could be their rising sign or their moon sign. But like, if somebody's got strong Aries energy in their astrological chart, you feel it. You feel them enter the room. Aries are assertive. They are a bit aggressive sometimes. They tend to be more about I than we. Like, they're initiators. They're really good initiators. So this is telling me that change is on the horizon. A fiery climax approaches. Like, there's going to be a choice point around your move. But we'll take a look at it. And your last card is Surrender Fear. Let go of the fearful stories you're telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. Okay? All right, beautiful. That full moon in Aries, I'm like, oh, that is action. That is an action card. So let's take a look at the question about your move. So retiring this year. Okay, so here's what I'm literally hearing. I think this year is a year for like prepping for a move. But I get a move, now timelines always shift. But I get after the holidays. So what I mean by that is like into 2024 is when I feel the energy more prevalent around a move, where this year feels like it's more like prepping and getting things ready. So yes, a move, but not quite. So use that Aries energy on that card to initiate things, get things done, get things organized, get yourself on a plan on how that's going to look. Okay. All right. Beautiful. So Marie R., I hope you liked that. And we'll get those out in the mail to you. Okay. Dawn is up next. Hi, everybody. Beautiful, beautiful. Thanks for jumping in. So Dawn wants a general message. These cards right here in the front are kind of speaking to me. So let's do Dawn next. All right. Beautiful. Write your name. Got to stay organized, folks. Got to stay organized. So Dawn, let's see what theme you get. These cards have been very thematic. Okay, here we go. Dawn, I release my need to be perfect and I center into my commitment to serve the world more love. So even what I'm hearing, Dawn, with this card is like, it's never going to be perfect. You're never going to be perfect. You have a lot to give. Yeah, I got to get a drink of water for that. Hold on. I would caution you, Dawn, do not overgive to feel lovable. Okay? Nobody is perfect. They're saying, like, run your own race. Don't pay attention to what other people are doing, Dawn. But I do feel the sense within your energy that there is like a charity or a humanitarian project that you can initiate and do and like give back to your community around you. That would be really great for you, for your energy. Or if you're thinking about like starting a business or starting a project, it's never going to be perfect. They're saying like, don't self-sabotage it by waiting for like the perfect opportunity, the perfect person you're going to meet. Like, it's great now. Don't wait for perfection. It's a form of self-sabotage. Oh, releasing resistance. Look at this, Dawn. Releasing resistance. Today, I will simply accept. I will relinquish the need to be in resistance to myself and my environment in any way. I will move forward in joy by accepting where I am right now. See the themes emerging? Last card, Dawn, surrender resentments. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. So whatever the pain is, whatever you've been through, things that maybe you're feeling less than, I would encourage you, Dawn, forgive yourself, extend grace to yourself, forgive others, extend grace to them. Folks, your journey here on earth in this lifetime is short. Short. What are you holding on to that you shouldn't be holding on to anymore? What is it that you know, like, I really should let that go? I really should honor the parts of me that were speaking out of pain and apologize. What are you carrying around? What are you carting around that's just heavy that you don't need to cart around anymore? So, Dawn, I will send you your cards in the mail. You should have those, hopefully, in the next week or so. We will see if the weather cooperates. All right. Jennifer M. Jennifer M. is my next with a question. Jennifer M. Let's see what we got here. Jennifer, I will be emailing your cards to you. Okay, what's your question? Ooh, am I making the right choice about this new job? Am I making the right choice about this new job? Ooh, hold on. Jennifer, based on what just happened inside of my physical body, because I see, I hear, I feel, like I literally will feel sensations in my physical body. When I read that question for you just now, I felt it right here, like at the base of my throat and up in through my throat. I don't know, Jennifer, if you're here, but I would suggest chanting Om. I love chanting Om, by the way. If my cats are around, they're going to freak out, but I'll give you an example. To open up your throat so that you can speak up and have confidence and have boundaries with this new job. Okay. So let me try to do it. Give you an example. Take a big, deep breath in. Om, and hold it as long as you can. Repeat it for you can set a timer on your phone. Do it for 2 to 3 minutes. And while you're doing it, feel your throat and your high chest, high heart area, feel it release and open. Because I feel like there are things that need to be said at the new job. And I feel like you belong there, but you might want to journal around why you may feel like it's not the right fit, or where are you not speaking up that you know that you should be saying something, what important conversations need to be had. Because I see you in this beautiful, radiant blue color, wearing this blue color and feeling really confident, and from a mature, kind perspective, saying the things to the people you need to talk to at work. I would not ditch out of this job, assuming you haven't already, because I feel like there's some lessons that you're trying to learn and the universe is trying to teach you around your confidence and your worth. So I would stay there and start chanting once a day for 2 to 3 minutes. You could also go on to Insight Timer and do throat chakra meditations that would help to empower you in a way that you can effectively communicate with your coworkers and the people involved on the new job. They're saying step into your power, step in. Let's see what cards you get. Okay. You ready out there? True abundance is an inside job. It literally says job on the card. These synchronicities that happen when I'm doing readings for people, I'm like, oh, thank you. It's an acknowledgement that we're on the right track. Okay. True abundance is an inside job. So what I'm hearing to tell you, Jennifer, is that quitting a job to move on to a different job, if you don't heal the issues at the current job that you're feeling and maybe not stepping into, you'll magnetize it again. The universe will just keep sending it until you learn it. So might as well learn it where you're at. Focusing on substance is your next card. Today, I will focus on the substance in my life. I will fill in the lines of myself with a real person, me. I will concentrate on the substance of my relationships and other areas of my life, not the trappings. I like that. I like that. Focusing on the substance of my relationships. I'm hearing to tell you that means go deep, go deeper. Have the really profound conversations, the vulnerable conversations. Last card, surrender procrastination. Yeah. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. So whatever's on your heart, Jennifer, whatever conversations you feel like you need to do, I would do them. I would do throat chakra guided meditations, and I would do meditations for confidence, meditations for, it's almost like a inner authority, empowerment, speaking up, like an inner power, anything around those kind of keywords. Again, you can go on Insight Timer and type those in, but I would stay at your job, work on the things that we just talked about. And then when you feel empowered and healthy there, you will feel it shift within you. Then if you wanted to leave your job, I mean, we could always talk about that during a one-on-one session where we had more time. But I just wouldn't go anywhere at the moment, and take what they said into consideration first before you jump. Okay. Woo. Irene. Come on, Irene. All right, is Irene here? Does Irene want to say hello? I don't know. Irene wants a general message. Irene. I'm not a singer, obviously. Some of you know this, but and Irene, I will be emailing your cards to you. The lineage where I get my psychic gifts from, my grandmother and her grandmother, and you know, my grandmother was an amazing singer. She actually traveled around the world with a group called the Sweet Adelines. You may have heard of them. She was an amazing singer. I did not get that gift from her, but I do like to sing. She was very musical. She would sit around with her relatives and they'd sing all the time, and it was fun. Okay, so Irene, we're doing a general message for Irene. Come on, Irene. If I want to feel supported, I must support myself. Did you get that, Irene? If I want to feel supported, I must first support myself, is maybe a word I would add in there. Make sense? Oh, Jennifer R, I see your comment. Yeah, you have to be on the email list. I send out an email in advance to get booked on the show. So and I have a new moon gathering coming up this Saturday, so watch for that notification. But I'm not pulling anyone from the viewership. Yeah. So if you're not on the email list, make sure you are. So Irene, if you want to feel supported, you have to support yourself. So in other words, it's kind of going back to the magnet thing. So if you feel like people are being mean, as an example, then I would ask you to go inward and say, well, where am I not being kind to myself, or where am I putting myself down? Okay. So if you feel like you want more loving people, supportive people, people that give to you, then you need to embody all of those things and do all of those things for yourself first. It's an inside job, as one of the last cards said. It's an inside job. You are going to magnetize in people into your life that mirror what it is that you have going on inside of you. Okay. Irene, the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Full moon in Gemini, the answers you need are coming. Keep a very open mind to the conversations that you have with other people. Gemini is a very intellectual, communicative sign ruled by Mercury. And full moons are great for information coming to light. So Irene, if you feel like you need to have boundary conversations with people that you're in relationships with, or you need to start saying no to people that you've been saying yes to, then I feel like that comes in the form of conversations that need to be had. And not from a defensive kind of aggressive way. You can I'm actually hearing them say this, my spirit team, as I give this message to you, Irene. It's like you can say to somebody, I've realized that I'm really burning myself out. And it's a time in my life where I feel that I need to extend more compassion to myself. And with that, blah, 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 blah. Okay, put it onto you and what you're doing to make you and your life better. If somebody doesn't understand what you need, Irene, you probably want to sit and reflect on why you are actively engaging in that relationship, or why you're hanging on to the relationship. Surrender to silence is your third card. In quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. So what I'm hearing to tell you, Irene, is you've got to sit still long enough to get the downloads, to get the intuitive messages, to know what it is that you're supposed to do next. So you should be meditating. And with a card like that, I would say you should be meditating daily for at least 5 to 7 minutes. the topics that I feel for you for meditation would be, if you come across actually like very intuitive, you could do things like for crown and third eye that are more like psychic development or intuitive development. But yeah, I feel like based on what they're sharing with me for guided meditations, Irene, I would do like guided meditations for peace, serenity, grounding, like, and like being in the present moment and surrendering what no longer serves you. So you can type those into like Insight Timer or YouTube or something and find meditations. Um, I like those. So what you want to attract into the world is what you need to give to yourself first, Irene. So you can journal about that, like where you feel like you might have um, some walls or blocks around it. Yeah. And I did add a couple of sessions for like March, April. I know we're in February, but if you would like to get a session, I did add a few more spots to my calendar this morning, so you can go on my website and check that out if that feels aligned. Okay. I will get those emailed over to you, Irene. Nikki is up next. Nikki, if you're here, say hello. Let's see what Nikki needs to hear today. Nikki. Yeah, so just going back to what I was saying a minute ago about the card pulls, these are all booked in advance. I have to do it that way to keep me in alignment with the timing that I have, because I only have so much time to jump on here. And there's just so many people that want messages. So I had to come up with kind of a formula to do it. But the new moon on next Saturday, I think you'd really like that. That to me is like the super juicy stuff, because I get to talk about all the forecasting and astrology. I love that stuff. So, okay. Nikki, I am safe and secure in my world. I choose to believe that everyone is always helpful. Therefore, wherever I go in life, people are always there to help me. Ooh, I love that. You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to do it alone. I love this card. Nikki, I feel like this is going to go like somewhere where you're going to have it up. I choose to believe that everyone is always helpful. It's reframing the story. If you woke up this morning or tomorrow morning and you're like, all right, universe, I trust, I know, I believe that you are going to put me in alignment. You are going to attract in people that are going to help me. And I thank you for that. If you say that and you believe that, and that is part of your daily intentions, you will start finding people come into your life like, how can I help you with that? What can I do for you? You look like you need help. Can I help? In the smallest of ways. And every time it then happens, I want you to say thank you. Because acknowledgement of the energy brings in more of it. Okay? Second card. The moment I begin to celebrate myself and focus on my successes is the moment I begin living. Nikki, I want you to sit down and write a list of all of the things you've accomplished in the last year. So we're February 11th, 2023. I want you to write a list. Everything you've done the last year, all of your successes. I don't care how small, how big, doesn't matter. I want you to sit down and reframe the story about how far you've come. Okay? You've got a theme here. Surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. What I'm hearing to tell you, Nikki, as your message for today, you do not have to do everything by yourself, and I don't want you to. So where can you do an inventory just with your own heart, your own energy, and ask yourself, where could I let more people in? Where can I allow people to help me? Where can I lessen the reins of control? Those are really good questions that I want you to sit with, okay? These cards will be sent off to you. Thanks for participating. All right. Ellen. Darling Ellen is next. That's the word they wanted to use to describe you. They just called you Darling Ellen. I like it. I like it. It's a very like traditional, beautiful word. So, all right. Ellen wants a general message. Ba-ba-ba. And I will mail these. I will mail these cards to you, Ellen. Okay. Oh, happy birthday, Ellen. Oh, I love that. So Ellen, I sent over a card through a different thing I was doing with the spark plug. And oh, I love that. Yeah, those animal cards are like right on. So every month for spark plug members, I pull a oracle card, and I switch decks every month. And so spark plug members can opt in to get a card pull. And I send you an email, and it gives you like a forecast of the month ahead and of like astrology stuff, and then I attach a card. So the animals are always fun ones. So another perk for being a spark plug member. Thanks, Ellen. I appreciate that. Okay. Obsessing over the outcome of a relationship gets in the way. Instead, I let go and allow. Ooh, I like this one. So obviously there's some relationship or communication, conversation, energy coming in. So obsessing over the outcome of a relationship gets in the way. Instead, I let go and allow. What comes to mind, like an example, is, if you've got a friendship and you're like, oh God, I don't even know, like, is it worth it? Can I trust them? And you're already like playing out the ending, kind of like a Taylor Swift song, like, bad breakup, or it's like, your brain kind of tries to protect you and goes into like all the things that could go wrong instead of letting go and just allowing things to unfold and trusting your intuition and having your boundaries. Okay. Staying neutral. Got a theme, Ellen. You got a theme. Today, I will refuse to jump in the middle of others' affairs. Affairs, issues, and relationships. I will trust others to work out their own problems, including the ideas and feelings they want to communicate to each other. Well, clearly there's a theme. So this card, Ellen, is saying, mind your own business. No, I mean, yes, and let people work on their own stuff. I see this with a lot of my clients where they're working out like being a rescuer and like wanting to jump in and like fix it and understand it. And when you do that, you oftentimes take away the lesson that the universe is trying to teach the person. Okay. Your last card is surrender to trust. Trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what you do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. This is the card that says, do what's right for you. Do what's right for you, not for anybody else. And trust that it's unfolding as it should. Trust that whatever the relationship stuff is, or whatever this person's doing, or this person, or whatever conflict is happening, it's more like, I'm just going to take a step back. I trust that the universe is working this out exactly as it needs to work out. I don't have to interject myself. I'm just going to relax and let it all unfold as it needs to. Oh, beautiful, Ellen. So trust and step out of the way. Step out of the way. I find in the energy these days, a lot of people just want to fight. Or a lot of people want to be combative just to prove a point. But we have to remember, in a way, whatever someone is saying to somebody else, they're actually saying it right back to them. It's something that they believe about themselves in some way. Yeah. So stay out of it. Do not put your boxing gloves on, Ellen. Okay. Let go and allow. Let go and allow. Oh, I love those cards. Those are so good. They're so clear. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Oh, okay. I see in your comments. Yes. Yes. That's soap and that's washing your hands. Free up more space, more energy in yourself. You don't need to be the rescuer. You don't need to be the rescuer. Let people sort out their things. Allow them an opportunity, right? Like, let them come to the table with a solution or an idea, or right? You can co-create solutions with somebody, but if you're feeling like you're trying to swoop in and rescue, I don't think it ever ends well. Maybe an overgeneralization, but I just don't think it ever ends well. That's why I tell everyone to read the Victim Triangle book. So amazing. And if you need that link to the book, just email me and I'll send you the Amazon link. But that book changed my life. Vivian! Yeah, circus monkeys, I tell you. Okay, Vivian, I will be emailing you your cards afterwards. Vivian! I feel these cards right here in the front. Oh, Ellen, email me. Just say Victim Triangle book, and I'll just send you the link because it's under a different name than what I call it. Okay, Vivian. Vivian wants a general message. We've got Vivian and then 2 more, and then we'll be done. Vivian, I am one with everyone on the planet. Every time I meditate or do a visualization for healing, I am connecting with like-minded people all over the world. So even as I see this first card for you, Vivian, I would ask you to consider, to think about, who are you connecting with? Why are you connecting with them? What bridges are you building? What community are you building? I feel like you're meant to be attracting more like-minded, like soul tribe kind of people into your orb right now. So if there's a project or something that you're working on that you feel like you need more people to help with different pieces of it, call that in, because your energy is ripe for growing the right people around you to get you closer and closer to your own goals. So that feels really, really good. Yeah. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. Ooh, I like this. So new moons, I often associate that energy with like birthing new things, initiation of new things, right? So again, Vivian, kind of goes back to, are you building something, creating something? And if not, should you be? Because you've got the one about connecting with wonderful, awesome people. But you also have this new moon in Aquarius, which is Aquarian energy for me. If we're talking about new beginnings paired with Aquarius energy, it's going to be that of like a humanitarian kind of vibe, futuristic, different way of thinking about something, could be even solving a problem. The Aquarius energy is also like creating, in my interpretation of the energy, like creating a new way of doing something better than it was before, something that creates like a lasting impact, a lasting change, but in their own way, their very unique way. So it's making no apologies for who you are and what you want to bring to the world. Okay. And the third card is surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. Okay. So I would say, based on those cards, identify, if you don't already know, what this community, like project, charity, activism, something that would be service-based, something that make the community or make people better. How can you come together with other people to make that happen? And how do you want to birth that into the world in your own creative way? And once you get that clear and set that intention, don't let anyone else derail you. Okay? Yeah. Don't fight little micro battles that are just trying to take your time and distract you. Vivian, I'd say focus on the bigger mission here. Another way of asking you that for your consideration, Vivian, would be, what do you want your legacy to be? What do you want your legacy to be? Okay? So I'll email you pictures of those cards so you have them. Thanks for participating. I appreciate it. Okay, we got 2 more. Okay, let's see here. Lori is going to be next. And it's going to be a general message. Lori. How's everybody doing today? Drop me a comment, like, how you feeling? How you feeling? We're in the home stretch. We got 2 more left. Lori, I will be mailing your cards to you. And if Lori, you're here, if you want to say hi, but if you're listening and you want to drop a comment and let me know, go ahead and do that. Okay, what do we have? Lori, I have abundance in all areas of my life. I claim abundance for myself right here, right now. I deserve to be prosperous. I deserve my good, or I deserve goodness, okay? I have abundance in all areas of my life. So even just seeing this, Lori, right out of the gate, I would say sit down and ask yourself, what is my relationship with money? What do I believe about money to be true? What do I believe about being broke? What do I believe about having a lot of money? I want you to examine your story with money. Like, do you believe that you can have an incredibly abundant life without money struggles? I love working with clients on money stuff and manifesting stuff and all that, but those are questions that if you were my client and we were having a conversation right now, those are things that we would be figuring out together. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. So here's what I would say based on what I'm picking up for you and what these first 2 cards are saying. How's your budgeting going? Do you have a budget? Do you have a spreadsheet? Do you know what your ebb and flow of money and finances is? Here's the deal. Like with this card, your dreams need a practical plan. What I'm feeling called to tell you, Lori, you can have the dream. You can have the dream. You might be like, oh, you don't even know what my dream is. You can have it. You can have it. Buying a house, starting a company, buying a car, get whatever. You can have it. You have to work backwards to see where you're blocking it from coming in. I think based on, just what I've seen with my clients, there are so many things people do to sabotage themselves before they ever get the dream for a variety of reasons. But I would say to you, if you have a dream, whatever it is, and you have one, what's the plan to get you there? Why now? And what's the dream? What's the dream? Why now? That's all the stuff I do with clients. I love it. I love it so much. So you need a practical plan, and then you can bring in more abundance. Okay. Your 3rd card. Ooh, of course it is. Surrender to setting limits. It is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs and remember that no is a complete sentence. Okay. So boundaries and creating a healthy dialogue in relationship to money and your dreams is what's coming forward for you. Yeah. And if you missed it earlier, I added a few client sessions to my calendar today for March and April. So if you're feeling like things are stirring and you want to talk about it, I would get on my calendar. So we can do that. So, Lori, I will send these your way, put them up as a visual representation, especially this affirmation card. If you don't think you're worthy of your dream, you won't bring it in. It's a wall. It is a wall. You have to know you're worthy. And so it's self-worth stuff, you know? Okay. Last but not least, DeSantis. I hope I'm saying that right. DeSantis, are you a long-time listener, first-time caller? DeSantis is a general message. So which one do I want? There's a couple of envelopes over here I'm feeling drawn to. And then I'm going to pull a message of one card for everybody listening that's still here. From my cards of destiny. We'll just ask the cards, like, what do we all need to hear today? And I'll pull one. DeSantis. I'll be mailing these over to you. I love the spelling of your name, DeSantis. All right. By spreading loving energy, I attract more love. And DeSantis, if you're just like popping on at the very end here and listening to yours, you might want to listen to the rest of it, because I feel like a lot of this is what we've been talking about in regards to what you put out is what you get back. So think about it, DeSantis, like when you wake up in the morning, what's your antenna? Like, what's the signal you're sending out to the universe? What's the story you're telling yourself about you, your life, the people around you, the people you're going to encounter during the day? What's the story? Because that's your signal. Boop, 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 boop. So the universe is like, oh, DeSantis, we got it again. Perfect. We're going to send more of that your way. Okay? Ooh, show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. Like I was talking about Aquarius energy a couple minutes ago. DeSantis, I want you to be exactly who you were born to be without apology to anyone. What I'm hearing to tell you is it's a time in your life to release the need for approval from other people. What other people think of you is none of your business. If you have not read the book, The Four Agreements, go read it. That's part of your message. Go read The Four Agreements. They want you to show up. They want you to be vulnerable. They want you to be who you are, sharing your love in a very open, compassionate way without a care in the world about what other people think about you. Live your life. Don't be living life for everybody else. They're showing it like symbolism because of my clairvoyance. I'm seeing like pulling your boots up, like your bootstraps, like, I got this. I'm taking this day on with love. Your third card. This is the heart stuff, DeSantis. So whatever's going on with your heart and relationship stuff is all over this. Surrender your fear of intimacy. This is the card that says, practice being vulnerable. And then you're like, I don't know how to do that, or whatever your story is about vulnerability. Surrender your fear of intimacy. You are ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. All these cards, show up and be exactly who you are. Be vulnerable. It's okay for people to see your heart, to know your heart, and to know how you feel about things. Because by doing that, you attract more love into your life and into your world. Vulnerability is one step, one step, one step. It's also about trusting yourself, forgiving yourself, giving grace to yourself, and trusting yourself, loving yourself so fiercely in a very, 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 very deep way that you understand all of you. And then you know how to effectively communicate those needs with other people. We will never find what we are looking for by trying to find it outside of ourselves. Now, people are a reflection. They're going to show us what needs to be healed, but it's always an inside job. Always an inside job. I send you lots of love. Let's do one more card to close this baby out today. I hope everybody watching has enjoyed it. I'm going to ask my cards of destiny, this deck, what do we all need to hear? And then I hope as I'm shuffling these, I'll just say I hope to see you next Saturday. The new moon gathering. I watch your email inbox for information. Again, it will have astrology forecast. It will have tarot forecast. It will have a clearing, an energy, beautiful energy reset. It's like 30 to 45 minutes. It's amazing. We had over 100 people participate in January. It was fantastic. I just want to break that goal. The number of people participating. So share it with your friends if you feel called to. So everybody just go to spiritandspark.com and sign up for the email newsletter. Make sure you're getting our email newsletter. Check your spam folder, right? Like, market is not spam. Add me as a safe sender. Get the emails, check the emails. We put out a lot of really great stuff. And I just want you to join us. Yeah. Oh, Alan, I'm so glad. Thank you. Okay, here's our card. What do we need to hear? 4 of clubs. This is the time to give your ideas foundation for growth. Draw on your methodical mind to work for you, to make a solid plan for what it is that you want to do. Trust your judgment, trust your intuition, and your progressive thinking will lead the way. Focused intention at this time will guarantee success. Take care that you don't limit yourself through your fixed ideas or stubbornness, as flexibility is the key to new growth taking place. Balance your intuition and your logic and follow the flow of energy as it leads the way. Go through the open doors. Disregard the ones that are closed. In regard to love and romance, it will be wise to trust what you feel is actual rather than what you hope is real when looking to see who someone really is. In other words, stick with the facts. Stick with the facts. And always be true to yourself. Always be true to yourself. Yeah, it's a good reminder actually about that astrology video for Valentine's Day with Scott Tahirian that is on our homepage right now on Spirit and Spark TV on YouTube. So go check that out. It's a great video to watch now as we are in the midst of the astrological energy of Valentine's Day. So if you're wondering how it's going to play out, do you think more people will be together or breaking up this year? We also talk about that. So if you're interested in relationships in general, it's a great video to listen to. So go check that out right now. Thank you to everybody who tuned in, and hopefully I'll see you at the New Moon Gathering next Saturday. All right, bye.